everyone. All right. So now my topic is, intercontinental synergies, how we can advance research sustainability development through AI and digital connectivity. So why I choose AI? Because I found that AI is going to make a big deal in our life. And I got the opportunity to study with MIT. So that might have changed my life because I graduated my master's in computer application in 2003. That time AI was an interesting thing for me, but things have changed now. So allow me to do this topic. And this is my experience, my life experience, what I'm going to tell you. You might be seeing what I'm going to say you now, because by collaboration, we can achieve things in life. So allow me to proceed with my presentation. Me, Dr. Paul, you can see on the small back. So I'm called as Dr. Giju Paul, and I'm from Kampala, Uganda. I work as an associate professor of research at ISBAT University, Uganda. So at ISBAT, we have students from 32 plus countries. So we are an international place, in fact. And in this presentation, I'm going to go with the theme of our seminar. And I'm going to show you some things. Right now, I am into research with my PhD students on library science, extended virtual reality, pharmaceutical marketing, economics, network security, big data, IoT security, small scale industries, SMEs. I'm working with HR turnover, conventional energy, and the list keeps on going. Working capital management, STEM-based education, ICT literacy, genetic modification. That is something I'm going to tell you. Actually, we are not doing that one. I tell you the way I got connected with all these things. So if you look at this picture, you can see a wide variety of topics. Is it possible for somebody to work with students in a variety of topics like this? Maybe I had some education, both sides, management and ICT, but I'll tell you the current world, the current digital connectivity, and how artificial intelligence has modified us. We can do all these things. The only way, you have to change your perspective. Because in our PhDs, we make our PhD scholars in the first 2 semesters to do micro researches. And these micro researches, in fact, help them to do their proper research. So we teach practical research as a research methodology. And that's why I got into such kind of topics. But, this genetic modification of apple, I was working with a research scholar in the United States. I got her digitally connected in Quora. And at the end of the day, the remarks by the scholar was, you made my life. So I know how she was happy. I'm not so specialized in this, but I'll tell you, we can do research. If you have AI on us, if you are digitally connected. To know all spheres part, but if you have good knowledge, if you are ready to study, you can do multidisciplinary as well as interdisciplinary, intercontinental research. So you look at these colors of this place. Now, why I keep that apple on that side? That is very important to me. So all these topics I've told, it's a variety of topics. Economics to extended reality, pharmaceutical marketing to network security, big data to IoT security, small scale enterprises, it's a variety of things, what is actually happening in the research. If you make a key purvey, this is my topic. I say the academicians, the supervisors, the people who support, you have to work with wide variety of subjects. Only thing, you keep an attitude, yes, I can do, as Dr. Melissa told, the faith. You should have a self-faith on you. And you should be able to spend time. You should be able to spend time. Nothing will not come on your desk unless and until you work on it. This is the real intercontinental synergies. Now, at this seminar, this international conference, we are seeing this intercontinental synergies. Where are we from? I'm 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers away from you, an aerial distance. I'm at a different continent. Our participants, all are from different continents. What made us to make this synergy? That is the intercontinental synergy. To have this intercontinental synergy, look at, I just put myself in different dots. Just imagine, these are the different researches scattered maybe on 1 or 2 topics of areas interesting the different parts of the world. Now, if you have the attitude, not only if you have some connectivity mechanism, what Eudoxia are doing, what this conference is doing, if you are doing like that, life will change. The life of a researcher will become colorful. So you can connect it intercontinentally. And your research packs, it will come to colors, it can come in different spheres. Now, the view at which a researcher, your left eye, right eye, your full body has to be in research. I tell my students, eat, drink, sleep, research. You think research, because it will change your life. Definitely it will change your life. So your focus, your both eyes, your focus is the most important part of your research. Because if you lose focus, things have gone away from you. So to make focus, we need knowledge. We need what we are doing. We need clarity. Maybe you may be on the wrong track, but if you collaborate, if you discuss with people, if you discuss with people who are on the same thing in different places, you will get more focus. That is the best part of research when we connect intercontinentally. Now, save time. That is more important because, nowadays, you can work in interdisciplinary variety fields. And if you are connected, you can save time in you are making frameworks. You can do data collection in a better way. So it saves your time and you can get connected with analysts. You can get connected with statisticians. You can save time. Then collaboration, that makes the sense. You collaborate with industry, you collaborate with the people who work in the field, you collaborate with academicians, you collaborate with students, colleagues who are in the field. So when we talk about this focus, how it is possible, one is digital connectivity. Don't think that the 5 ways that connect between contents. Think of the applications. Think of the messaging system that connects you digitally. Even the Zoom, we are digitally connected. I feel I'm in a big place. I'm talking to many people from different countries. So that's an opportunity. Use that digital connectivity. Now, don't be hesitant to use artificial intelligence. I will come to that on my later part of the topic because people think that I have my own intelligence and why I need artificial intelligence. It may be now artificial intelligence has become a standard. Previously, we were not using computers. We are using the hard typewriters, metal typewriters. Are we using that now? No. So don't be hesitant to use artificial intelligence. Open and explore the opportunities of digital connectivity. So that's what going to make the life of a researcher to get interconnected and collaborate in a better way. So if you look at intercontinental collaboration, now you can see the different continents and what do you say? We are going to analyze what are the importance of this cross-border collaboration. Basically, if you look at our research spaces, people do PhD for what? Getting a doctorate. To an extent, not honestly told, but can we make that into an actionable research? Maybe the time at which, you have done your research, there was not an opportunity for you to explore that implementation or actionability of your research. But review, go back, if you are a PhD, roll back and try to see how my research can be converted into an action, definitely. So this is the first part of actionable research. Because if you do an actionable research, as our previous colleagues and Dr. Sukhveer Singh, as well as Dr. Rajesh, our director, all I have told, don't go only for your questions. Yes, maybe the question is the reason why you do research, but make sure this question can be converted to an actionable solution. Now, we explained many about climate change. If you look at Africa, we also face climate change, but in Uganda, we don't have such problems. But as we told, if research is interlinked, as we have seen yesterday's presentation about the aquatic IoT systems, as well as we discussed about the mathematic modeling of diseases. These were excellent presentations. So, these also can be done here. Now, a doctor's presentation on mathematical model, we can definitely use that one. So, these all helps. And the X programming, because some of my students who got graduated, they're working in Switzerland, and they train our students when they come for leave to do this X programming, extreme programming. This is a cross-border intercontinental work. So it helps us. Now, pandemic cases. Mpox, you can say Mpox might have started from the regions of Africa. Now it is prevailing in some parts of Kerala. It's my home country, home state. So studies, the researches of India can collaborate with the region where it has been originated. These all intercontinental studies help us to make a sustainable development of our Earth. The Earth is for all of us. It's not for a particular institution or not for a particular state, for a continent. The Earth is for all the inhabitants, and including all animals, vegetations, everyone. So these intercontinental collaborations will help to make the Earth on a sustainable scene. You look at Africa, you can see the map. And the Sub-Sahara, the Sahara is moving to the Sub-Sahara. But if you look at the borders of Sahara, with the assistance from European countries, we are trying to reducing the encroachment of the desert to the other regions. And many regions of the areas close to the Sub-Sahara, we are able to regenerate the earth, and now it is becoming green. And the people of that region are getting better yields from that place. So if you all work together, this climate change can be resolved. Maybe your place, you may not have a climatic problem, but global warming is a problem. Changing the season is a problem. So all these things we can manage if you have an collaboration in the research. Now, you look at the HIV/AIDS. These places, we all have these problems, but not so much now. Typically in Uganda, we don't have so much problems. We are normal. But like malaria, it is usual here because it is spread through mosquitoes. So, if you do research on this one, and I'm going to tell a wonderful project that has been done on this to resolve these things, like is EDCTP, that is European Developing Countries Clinical Trials and Partnerships. Now, with the region of Africa, these EDCTPs, these clinical trials has helped to develop vaccines, to create diagnostic tools, as well as for treatment. So if a normal person in Africa, like if we typically talk about Uganda, malaria is usual. And we don't worry about malaria because it comes as a common disease. Why it is a common disease? Just because the treatments what we are getting here now. So this is the situation. When we do collaborate intercontinentally, things will change. And I know you'll be knowing about the Global Earth Observation Systems, GEOSS. Now, if you look at Uganda, because you have to know about my region, that's why I'm talking. If you look at Uganda, we are good in minerals. So we are exploring the minerals. So if we ally closely with these GEOSS systems, we can typically work on our mineral exploration marking because it can be associated for many areas. So, when you do mineral mining, you can find a lot of environmental impact like cyanide poisoning, water pollution, environment pollution, lot of dust. So these all things can be assessed. We can manage our water resources, that whether our water resources are contaminated so much. Because typically in East African region where mining is totally taking place, we can find a lot of water pollution. And the deformation of the land, as you excavate, if you look at typical gold mines here, it go, more than 100 feet, 200 feet down earth. From there, we excavate inside. So how we can make the safety, how we can monitor. And because of this, we can have climate and weather changes. So these all can be monitored. And we can have sustainable mining practice, and the country can make a decision. This is what I'm calling for. Maybe the research what you do in another continent will help to take another country to take a decision. It will help another researcher to take a decision. Let's don't confine ourselves within our desk, within our institution. Let's explore, let's collaborate. So, I don't know, anyone of you know this place. Many of you in India, you know this place. I don't know, any of the audience, you know this place. You may be knowing this place. It's a wonderful place. This is the National Forensic Science University in India. We India and Uganda are well connected. Now, we have intercontinental collaboration. We have a campus of National Forensic Science University in Uganda. Look at this one. So, not only research. When you go for research, we have many students who studied in the university and they roll back to Uganda to help with cyber forensics nationally and globally. So this is the reason. So we need not only in research, but academic collaborations. Even I invite Eudoxia and others also to collaborate. So this will inspire the researchers in the region as well. So what I'm saying, when you look at the global partnership in addressing these complex challenges, I'm thankful for the organizations that have made this picture. The first part, you are a facilitator of knowledge exchange. If I have a knowledge, I can share with you. Because when I told I was working with on an IoT security research with one of my PhD students, I was looking to some Indian experts and Indian IoT device manufacturers, how to get connected for this one. No, you have to make that attitude. Nothing will come to you. You go search. People will come to you. And you know, this research is going to be funded by an Italian company, an Italian enterprise. So it is so happy for me. So I'm getting funding. So this makes a sense of life as a researcher, because the 20 years, 23 years have changed now. We are connected globally. We can talk to people, each other. And you know, that's I told you can mobilize resources and coordinating. Now Eudoxia, this seminar is coordinating. Our Dr. Singh is coordinating these people. No, so we can work with different people and we can mobilize and coordinate our research. This is more important. I say innovator and integrator. Right now, in our School of Artificial Intelligence, our students have developed aspects using our Pi cameras. So somebody you cannot see wearing that specs, they can read text, they can identify the objects in front of them. It's a good thing. We are developing the same thing for deaf people using sign languages. You know, we are innovating. And if you could get a good integrator to develop this into a product, that makes miracles. So something what is happening in the East African, one of the universities can make changes in the life of the people who are blind, the people who are muted, or the people who are deaf. So this makes change. So let either be an innovator or be an integrator, or being an innovator or you be a mediator to connect the innovator and integrator. Because I have seen in last day's presentation on IoT in aquaculture, that is marvelous. That can be used in Uganda because we are good for fish farming. We have a lot of opportunities for fish. We export a lot of fish. So I thank Solution 3 Block for this picture. Now, what are the current trends that is happening now? If you see, it's a global, intercontinental, multidisciplinary research. You have to integrate artificial intelligence and data science. Why? Because it allows you to explore more. It allows you to do your work in a better way. It gives you better understanding. You can define models. You can test your models. So you get a complete solution. Now, I'll tell you, when I was doing the research on internet security, we are developing synthetic data using Python. Some of the network libraries of Python, it's excellent. It's good. And we can do our test using these doping data. So, you know, the world has changed so much. So you focus, you use artificial intelligence and data science, don't keep away from that. Then we focus on sustainability. You know, yes, why we are doing all this research? It's for sustainable global development. We should have the sustainable goals, as our Dr. Director was doing, Dr. Rajesh was doing in his first speech. You should have these SDGs. And this can be applied to the health and technology and open science. See, you share the data so the other researchers can do. I say, I'm ready to share my research on the different things to you so that you can have a further research on that one. This makes this interdisciplinary collaboration. Maybe some institutions will help us to do the funding as well. And this helps us. This keeps on improving the global research network. And this leads to the emergence of new research model. Now, I want to appreciate when you talk about the emergence of new research model, because I'm just focusing on transdisciplinary research approaches, where academia, industry, researcher, and other stakeholders, society, everything is modeled. We had a recent visit from Uganda National Council for Science and Technology, and they're chosen as one of their partners for further researchers. They're telling a beautiful way. Now, they're going to the industry and looking for what are the major research the industry needs. And they will communicate to research universities that when your researchers come, try to focus on that one. It's wonderful, good, isn't it? So you are going to do a research which is actually required for the region or for the industry. This transdisciplinary research approach can change life of researchers, as well as change life of all the society. So this you include academia, policymakers, industry leaders, community members in the research process. Don't confine yourself in the desk of your research within your university. Expand globally. So that's one. Now, I thank for these pictures by Devant, because I give this all from internet. You know, when you see green, yesterday we were talking about sustainable mobility. We all talk about sustainability. We researchers have a role in sustainability. If we have an actionable research, which will help for sustainable development, this is more important. As I told, don't go only for your question. Look for an actionable research for global development and sustainability. And this you make intercontinental. What I do here, I can do a part of that in India, because I saw yesterday, I noticed something on the consumption of alcohol and cigarettes in the workers, typically construction workers in Bangalore. Now we can do research and we see, is there any difference here? And if these people if the people in Uganda, the construction workers in Uganda, they are not using that, well, what could be the reason? How they are trained? So these results can be re-engineered, that our construction workers in India, they can be trained to minimize this work. So coercion alone will not make people to do less consumption of narcotic things. So, you know, these kind of researches, comparison, intercontinental comparison gives us a global sustainability. And as you know, when you integrate this sustainability into research and development, man, our life is made. All academicians, all researchers, and we are so happy because we are going to make the globe into a sustainable place. And thank you, Eudoxia. Thank the organizers of the seminar for making this one. And I'm quickly going through some strategies. We need collaborations, partnership. And we have an example for this with us now. Capacity building. As I told you, how different universities start their campus in other unreachable regions. Monitoring and evaluation. Under the expertise of people, we need close monitoring. And the experts in the forum can help on that one. And the finance model. So all these things, if you make, initially you may find it tough. But you know, gradually, as you move through, you can find it that definitely you can get into your base. So look at the globe. I'm in Africa. Some of you may be in Europe, in Middle East, Asia, South America, Australia, North America, many parts of them. Some of you may be in Caribbean. So what I'm saying, this digital connectivity. What is that digital connectivity? You get connected through all the media apps, Facebooks, emails. You know, I typically write on the Quora blog. I'm getting connected with a lot of researchers in Quora. I write on some spaces in Quora, and that gives me good experience. That's how I get connected with people. This helps me to get connected with people. So what I say, no, we all need digital connectivity. Let's use, in many places, there are different methods of connectivity. Get connected, and use AI. If you use AI, it has a transformative power. We don't have to keep ourselves away from AI just because it is going to solve our problems in a quicker way. It is going to support us. It's not going to be your brain, but your thoughts can be processed easily, and you can make into multidisciplinary research in a better way. So we can do global changes, but consider the ethical considerations. It's very important. Don't pretend that the data synthetically created cannot be equal as a real data. So you don't pretend that's going. You have to follow the ethical consideration. So what we say, the globe with digital connectivity, with the use of AI, the globe with digital connectivity and with the use of AI, we can change the world. And the major quick challenges, because when I work in a, I work in a multinational community, so cultural differences have problems. Maybe some places you can get funds easily. Maybe for Africa, we may get less funds. India, you may struggle for funds if you are a private researcher. But in Europe, you may get funds very easily. Then you have regulatory barriers. Like in here, if we want to do a research, we need to get approval from the research ethics committee of the country, or we should have maintained a committee in relation with the National Science and Council Technology of Uganda. So the regulatory barriers are, any student doing health science research in this place, they need an ethical approval from the regulators. Now, technological disparities, you can find some of the places technology is unreached. So what do you have to do? These will become challenges. Even language will be a barrier. So what I say, but forget about the challenges, but the opportunities, collaborative knowledge sharing, access to diverse resources. I'm experiencing that. My PhD researchers are experiencing that. And a global networking. We are connected globally. So this creates a societal impact. First of all, this creates an individual impact. And that individual impact makes a societal impact, definitely. So we need to collaborate. rather than the challenge. Now, who are the actors? Who are the actors? Look at a researcher in Africa, a researcher in Europe, a researcher in North America, a researcher in South America. And we are the researchers, a researcher in Middle East, and someone in Australia, and other parts of the world. We are the actors. As I started getting connected, I'm getting connections. So start getting connected. We researchers are the actors, but when we act, we need more refined people on board, because you may go in the wrong direction. So you need the best people to work with you, so that, like our experts, Dr. Rajesh, and our another expert, Dr. Ashish. See, yesterday we had Dr. I forget it, Dr. Ranjit Vasas. He was talking a lot about AI. He's telling, don't keep away from AI. What is the problem of keeping away from AI? Are you reluctant to technologies? And no, it's well coordinated by Dr. Singh. So what I say, maybe if you want to do inter-collaborations, inter-multiple research, you also have to get connected in a proper, well-defined, structured network. And I thank you, Eudoxia, for creating that network. So you, me as a researcher, we are the actors, we are the epicenters for global research. But we have to coordinate with people who are in this kind of structured actors, help us to create a platform. So we have to follow that platform. So I'm going to conclude. Thanks for that 28 minutes. Let's collaborate in a multidisciplinary way and do an intercontinental research. For what? Using digital connectivity with artificial intelligence, data science, and make our world with intercontinental sustainable place to live in. Let's make the world for everyone. Our researchers, we have a significant role in that one. And I once again thank you, the conference team, conference chair, as well as Eudoxia, and the people who connected me and allocated me 30 minutes. Sorry, I took much time because others have taken only 20 minutes. So this is Dr. Paul from the Isbat University Central Campus at Kampala, Uganda. Thank you very much for listening to me. Vibalenyo, that we say in Luganda, and thank you very much, Asandi, that is in our Swahili language. Thank you very much.